here today with Forrest Rogness, who's the co-founder of Rogness Brewery here in Pflugerville. Hi, Forrest. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you.
I know you're having a great big party here today. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
What's going on?
Well, it's been a long journey. We wanted to start the brewery in 2004. We had an addition to the family then, so we had to put it off. But we opened in 2011. It takes about a year to get started, so we started in 2012, and then now it's been a year since we released our first beer. It's 2013. So.
A full year, so it's your anniversary party today, yes?
Yeah.
Now, when you started, you opened up with a substantial amount of beers, right? About 8?
Yeah, we're just having fun. I mean, it takes a long time to get started, so we've been doing test batches, and then once a beer becomes ready to be put on the market, then it goes next. So there's other beers that we've done about 10 times, and we're almost there, so we just want to make sure it's right.
And you're continuing to add beers monthly?
That's just been about the pace. So we're coming out with seasonals and one-offs in the future, and then we're going to try to have a funk series with some more Belgian and sours and all sorts of kinds of things. So, but yeah, we're trying to come out with something new generally every month.
And so you went from 8 beers when you started to about 12 now, right? Is that what you have out?
Yeah.
And where do you come up with your inspiration for your beer?
Well, we're trying to push the envelope a little bit, take a style and push it a little bit. We're coming up with beers that are not represented or underrepresented, or if there is that style out in this area, try to make a different style of it.
And now tell me, just give me a couple of things that have gone on over the last year, the pitfalls, the wins, all of these things that have made you who you are right now.
Well, we had a slow start. We started on a 4-barrel system, and we made a lot of batches. Ended up with 288 barrels last year. We finally got, after 362 days, of having the equipment, we finally got the big system going, and that's a 30-barrel system, and we should do 10 times that amount of beer this year and grow from there.
Wow. How much are you batching out on a weekly basis?
We're doing, it depends on the week, 30 to 60 barrels a week.
And so where in Texas now can crafty people enjoy your brews?
We have about 150 accounts right now. We are in Dallas and Houston and Waco and Fort Worth and San Antonio and Austin and everywhere in between. So if you go to our website, rognessbrewing.com, then you can check and see where all of the beers.
You're growing. Yes. You're expanding. Yes. Let's talk about that.
All right. Quite a while ago, we got the lease for the building next door, and we put in the permits to get a winery permit, and it's been about 10 months, and finally the permits came through, and then we got to do the permits for the state. But this will allow us to do hard cider and some mead and some other wine-based products and stuff like that.
So a really great opportunity for you guys to grow. Wonderful. Okay, thank you very much for talking with me this afternoon, and we are certainly excited to try some of your latest creations.
Thank you.
Thanks. I'm here with Diane Rogness from Rogness Brewery. She is one of the co-founders of this great place. Thank you very much for joining me.
Sure, thanks for coming out.
Oh, absolutely, we wouldn't miss it. I am so excited to talk to you, actually. It's so nice to get a female perspective on beer.
Okay, yeah, I'd be happy to share.
So you are really instrumental in developing the brews that you make.
Yes, Forrest and I work hand in hand. We have for many years, and it's just how we function. You know, we work together on the recipes. I help with fine tuning. Some of the recipes are mine. The ideas are mine. He helps get the basic recipe framework, and then we fine tune them together. Yeah.
Now, I know that there's a couple of unique beers that really have kind of been your babies. I'd like to talk about those just a little bit. Your Yogi.
Yes.
I heard that's all you.
That is one of my pride and joys, yes.
Now, you have another beer that's coming through the pipes that we got to sample a little bit of.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
It's Joie d'été. It's a summer saison. It's going to be a summer release for us. My inspiration was a lemon lavender cake that sounded just so beautiful, and I thought, and those are two things I love: lemon, citrus, and lavender. Lavender is, you know, it's ubiquitous in aromatherapy, and it's one of my favorites. And so I thought, oh, that would be such a great combination for a beer. And so yeah, we're really pleased with how it's turning out.
So let me ask you, because I haven't had a whole lot of opportunity to speak to the female side of craft beer. Where do you see the market going for women in this area?
It is definitely expanding. That is the biggest population growth that they're going to have for craft beer. Craft beer is now the preferred drink of choice for young women. Over wine, which I find very exciting. I mean, that's how 20 years ago when we started, beer was not really consumed very much by women. I personally didn't like beer that much in the beginning. It took Forrest when we met, and he said, "Oh, you just haven't had the right beer yet," and that was the truth. I was drinking mass-produced beer that you know, it has its purpose in the world, but wasn't appealing to me at all. I was more geared towards wanting flavors and being drawn to unique things like that. So that's the one thing that I think is most exciting, is that young women appreciate craft beer, and more women, there are a lot more brewers that are coming out, female brewers, and I think that's going to be, and more women at home brewing. So I think that's the most exciting part. A lot more women coming out.
Well, I'm looking forward to tasting even more of the great beers that are coming from you in the future.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you spending some time with us this afternoon, Diane. I hope you have a great party.
Oh, thank you very much. Thanks for coming out.
Sure, thanks.